Figured I should make a video of my greatest flip ever. The free M5, which turned into $7,000 profit. Let me grab the key chain. As you can see, I've got too many fucking keys. Put the dog in, go inside. Okay. The flip car. There she is. 2000 E39 M5. 138,000 miles. Pretty clean. Looks like it has been sitting for about 3 years or so. What can I say? As you can see, clear coat, the clear bra itself is fading. Change something real quick on the camera. Excuse the sniffles, guys. I got a cold, so I'm gonna open it up and show you all the issues it has and how I got it for what I got it for and how I made what I made on it. You can see on the interior, the car has been aged quite a bit by the sun. Yeah, so it's got a lot of little issues. The car does run and drive, but it had issues with electrical problems from the fuse box down under the passenger side, actually getting submerged with water. So the owner drove it every day for about 5 years, let it sit, and then went off for a new job and let it sit for 3 years, and he sold it to his son. His son went to fire it up, and all the stuff on the interior didn't work. So he then, tried a bunch of different stuff and ended up giving up on it. And that's where I came in. So I found the car for sale on Craigslist and talked him into trading a 90, I think that truck was a 96 Toyota landcruiser I paid for. Well, sorry, not even paid for. The story with that one is somebody called me wanting to scrap a car. So I went to check it out, of course, because that's what I do. I buy and sell cars, and recently and specifically scrap cars. So I get there and it is a green landcruiser FZ-80. So that car, the mechanic who owns it, and the guy was a mechanic, said, "Oh, it's got a blown head gasket. I just don't want it anymore. I let my son drive it. He overheated it." So of course I'm not going to scrap a FJ80 unless I, make sure for sure that it is screwed up. So I bring it home. I see that the belt's kicked off of it. I put a belt on it. Car runs and drives fine. So I drive it around for a few months. Then ended up seeing this for sale on Craigslist and convinced the guy to trade me the Land Cruiser for the BMW. I had probably about $400 tied up in the Land Cruiser with new belts and idler pulleys and all the required stuff it needed. I drove it for about 3 or 4 months, and then the BMW came up for trade. And I took it up to North Carolina and picked it up. Excuse me if the camera work is garbage. I mean, I'm pretty new at this. Turn this thing around. Yeah, so this is what I do, and what I've been doing for years now is buying and selling cars to fund my hobbies, which is still cars. So I'm a former mechanic. Now I have my own tow truck, which had come from flipping the cars. And so what I do daily is get up, you see there's a flip car there, there's one there. I mean, there's tons of stuff either here at my house, behind my house, at friends' houses, at my partner's shop. So there's stuff all over the place. So yeah, this is what I do. This is probably my record deal on a flip. But I mean, hundreds of cars since I was a young kid. I bought my first car at 11 years old. So yeah, from then on, I mean, I've been obsessed with cars pretty much my whole life. So nothing but buying, selling, fixing, beating on, racing, all kind of cars. So yeah, I'm going to post this video as it being the free M5. I mean, I don't feel like it's clickbait or anything like that. Like I said, the original purchase price of the Toyota was $0. I put about $400 into maintenance to getting it back up to snuff, and it still needed a lot of stuff, and it also had 280,000 miles on it. Body was pretty clean. It did run and drive okay, as Land Cruisers do. They're kind of slow and cumbersome, but it did okay. And then, you know, using my experience of how I speak to these people to construct these deals, I was able to talk him into trading a Toyota Land Cruiser with 280,000 miles and no lockers, which everybody cares about, the locking front and rear diffs. It had no lockers factory, for trading for a 2000 E39 M5 with 138,000 miles. So this car, with all the little knickknacks fixed, with being like a lot of maintenance, full set of Pilot Sports, and all that stuff, you know, would have been worth, say, $11,500, $12,000. Right now, I have $546 in the fuse box replacement. I let another shop do the job because I don't really have time for that anymore. I'm always driving around towing cars or flipping stuff. So I let somebody else do that. So that got all the interior parts working again, and it's already sold now for $8,000. So just on that deal alone, I guess you could say with the $400 and $500 I've got, that's like $7,100 in profit. So yeah, I'm not saying that every deal could be like this or every deal will be like this, but it just goes to show you, like, once you have experience in something, like, the things you get called for and the situations you get put in could make you a lot of money. So yeah, I've got a few other cars I need to pick up today and you know, do the same day-to-day stuff, but I'm gonna try and do a lot more vlogs of the process of flipping cars and how I try to do things a little bit differently than most flippers. Yeah, but just wanted to show this car before the transporter comes and picks it up. Still should be able to see the light control module is still out of the car. The glove box is still out. Just a few different things. It does run. I'll just start it up for you. Kind of hard to see the mileage. Change 184. Yeah, I don't like the 2000 cars because they've got the stupid nav and this ugly steering wheel. I've had a 2003 E39 M5 Le Mans blue car. I'll try to post a shot of it, but I'll just do a quick one more walk around of the car. You can see how long it's been sitting. All the badges are faded, stuff like that, but the car does run well. Yeah, and all in all, it was just a really, I guess a bit of luck and a bit of experience was able to get me the car. So it's gonna go to a good friend of mine. Well, I won't say that, not yet. I mean, a good Facebook friend of mine who's gonna take it further than that, and I'm going to continue flipping. So you can see the tires are spent. See the cracks. Yeah, so I didn't drive it too far. Drove it to get Chinese food and a few other places, but yeah, pretty cool little deal. So I'll take that cash profit and turn it into a bunch more. So see you guys in the next episode.